Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The recitation continues from Rag Jaitsari, compositions of Guru Ram Das, the fourth Nanak. The recitation: Jaitsari Mahalla Chautha, Satsangati Sadh Pai Vadbhagi, मन चलतो भयो अरूड़ा, अनहत धुनि वाज्य है नित वाजे, हरि अमृत तार रस लीड़ा। मेरे मन जप राम नाम हर रूड़ा, मेरे मन तन प्रीत लगाई, सतगुर हर मिलियो लाए छभीड़ा। रहाओ साकत बंद पए हैं माया, बिख संचे लाए जकीड़ा। साकत बंद पए हैं माया, बिख संच हैं लाए जकीड़ा। हर कै अर्थ खर्च नह साकें, जमकाल सहें सिर पीड़ा। जिन हर अर्थ शरीर लगाया, गुर साधु बहु सरदा लाए मुख धूड़ा। हलत पलत हर शोभा पावह, हर रंग लगा मन गूढ़ा। हर हर मेल मेल जन साधु, हम साध जना का कीड़ा। जन नानक प्रीत लगी पग साध, गुर मिल साधु पाखान, हरियो मन मूड़ा। So the Sabad starts with the end state in mind. It says, Satsangati Sadh Pai Vadbhagi, Man Chalto Bhayo Aruda. And the Satsangati here means through the Sadh. Satsangati Sadh Pai Vadbhagi. Communion with the truth, Satsangat, was achieved through the Sadh. And what is the Sadh here? It implies both the discipline and the grace of the Guru. The way of the Guru, the blessing of the Guru. Sadh. The word has a dual connotation. So Satsangati Sadh Pai Vadbhagi. Man chalto bhayo aruda. The wandering mind, man chalto, became still and centered. Bhayo aruda. Aruda means unmoved, unshakable. And now, the Guru says, I am now drenched in the flow of the imperishable Har consciousness. Hari Amrit Tar. And this Har Amrit Tar is none other than the fullness of Naam, Vadbhagi. And this imperishable consciousness is what resonates in harmonious continuity. Anahat dhun vajje nit vajje. Vajje nit vajje means it's continuous. It is in a continuous harmony. So, the Amrit was always flowing. Anhat means that does not need an external, if you will, friction to cause a sound. It is always resonating. Anahat, that sound which is self-arising. When we make a sound, we usually create a friction. But this is complete in itself. And it is always resonating. That is Naam. It's a vibratory universe that we live in. In the Rahau, mere man, this is an imperative to the mind. Jap Ram Naam Hari Ruda. Realize, japa, internalize, japa, recite, japa. So do all of these things. Recite, reflect, realize, and internalize Ram Naam. Ram Naam is the same thing as Hari Ruda, the beautiful Har consciousness. What is being said is, understand, first of all, that divine wisdom exists within you as the Har, as that consciousness, that beautiful consciousness. Find it, reflect on it, understand it, and internalize, become one with it. How does that happen? Mere man tan preet lagai Satgur. Kindling of love comes through the Satgur. You cannot kindle that love yourself. The Satgur will kindle that love in you. That is why it is essential for us to engage with the Guru. And then what happens? Har milyo lae japhida. Japhida is a tight embrace. What you realize through all of this is that Har consciousness already has me in its embrace. It was my ego that was blocking my understanding. Now is the contrast. The contrast is the ego mind. Satsangat Pai hain. Sakat, those who are cut off from Naam, ego. Satsangat Pai hain. Band, they have become bound. They are imprisoned. Bikh Sanche, they accumulate poison. They hoard, they collect. We all do that. That is all poison. In other words, their lives are very toxic. Sakat band paye hain, maya bekh sancha, they accumulate this poison. Lae jakida. Jakida is from jakad jana, to be in the clutches of something, to be gripped by something. So the ego is bound, it's gripped, it's clutched by Maya. It's like a bound in the fist of Maya. Har ke arth, purpose, meaning of life. Kharach na sakte hain. They're incapable. Kharach here means expression. They cannot give expression to Har consciousness. Why? Jamkal sahain sir pida, because the tyranny of time deludes them into fear of death, because they see past, present, future. They don't see that everything is right here. So then, in the next verse, Jin har arth sarira lagaya, those who are expressing themselves, the meaning, the purpose, the service to the Har, Jin har arth sarira lagaya, those who expend their consciousness, their energy. Gur sadhu bhav sardalai, the Gur, the awakened one, with great favor, with great devotion, turns us, our orientation towards that lai muktura. So I place the dust of the Guru's feet upon my face, meaning I imbibe the Guru's knowledge. Halat palat har sobha pave. There is glory and there is radiance in that. Har rang laga man gura. And that is how the deep, the intense, the darkly saturated color, gura, of love soaks its way through me. So those who offer their whole body in the meaning of Har, submission, total surrender to the Guru, they receive the radiance of Har. That consciousness shines through them. The color of Har saturates their mind. Har Rangalaga Managuda. That is why they are radiant, because it is the radiant consciousness that flows through them. This is the Naam-filled state that is being mentioned about Satsangat Sadh Pai in the first verse. And then the second verse after the Rahau is the ego-bound state, Sakat. And then here is those who consciously choose the path. And here it talks about Sarir Lagaya. It's not just the body itself that is being offered. It is, not just the mind, but the body as well. Mukhatura, we talked about dust of the knowledge of the Guru. And then now, in conclusion, the Guru talks about the conclusion here is Har Har Mel Mel. Har Har Mel Mel Jan Sadhu. There is an emphasis because Har is a reverberation. Remember, we are saying that it reverberates continuously. So it is continuously going through this process, uniting us, continuously uniting us. Jan Sadhu, through the Guru. Ham Sadh Jana Ka Kida. I am like a worm of the Guru. Jana Nanak Preet Lagi Pag Sadh. Attachment to the teachings of the Sadh, the Guru. Pakhan Haryo, the stone has become green, meaning a dead rock has sprouted, has come alive. So, this is an asking for unity, continuous unity, Har Har Mel Mel, and becoming the servant of awakened ones, Guru. I am, the Guru says, but a worm at the feet of the sadhajan. The feet. So this is the petition, asking for male, continuous uniting, being in that state, and calling himself a kida, not a devotee, not a seeker, but a worm. This is the lowest form of creature. The worm is alive though, it's organic, it moves. And the Guru gives us this example as an example of humility. So this is the petition of a worm. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.